Back with an update on our Massey project. Since the last video, I've taken apart the carburetor, cleaned it up a little bit. I bought a battery, a crappy tire. I just wanted to see if this thing would run before I start taking it all apart. Maybe I can decide what kind of direction I want to go with this build. Whether or not the original motor is any good or whatever, but I installed the battery and hooked up the cables and turned the key switch with a screwdriver because I don't have a key. And it doesn't turn over. There's some kind of electrical issue, whether it's a solenoid or the stop switch for the when you push the brake or whatever. So then I disconnected the cable from the solenoid and put it right on the battery, and it does turn over, so the starter is fine. And I checked for spark, and there was plenty of spark, which is really good because these are kind of known for ignition problems. So I guess it's got a few electrical gremlins, but nothing we can't handle. I don't really plan on tackling those right now. Once we get it all apart and start rebuilding it, I'll see what we can do there. I'll replace that stop switch and probably, I'm guessing the solenoid's alright, but I don't know. It'll be easier to check for broken wires or whatever once it's dismantled. So yeah, it turns over, it has good spark. I didn't get it to start. I don't really have any way to feed it gas into the carb, but I'm sure it would start and run fine. It's good enough for me. I think next we'll remove these floorboards and pull that engine into there. Yeah. Clean it up some more. There's still quite a bit of grease and grime. Still trying to figure out what I'm going to do for removing metal. Normally I just sandblast it, but I don't have one of these here. Thinking I may just use a wire wheel on a grinder. Or take it to have it sandblasted somewhere. Most likely the wire wheel on the grinder though. So yeah, that's where we're at now. I do have some footage taking apart the carburetor and clean it a little bit, but it's nothing too exciting. I didn't rebuild it or nothing. I've got the rebuild kit. Once we start getting serious into the motor, I'll probably rebuild the carburetor with a rebuild kit. I may or may not pull apart the motor and put new piston and rings in it and stuff just to freshen it up. I was thinking about doing the same to the rear end, but the gaskets for it are pretty expensive, and I can't find, I'm not sure what other tractors use this rear end. I know that the variable speed Massey's had Peerless 2300, and that was used in some of the John Deere's, so parts are a little bit easier to find for that. But as far as the Hydro Massey's, I don't know what else that transmission was used in. So yeah, I guess that's it for now. I don't have any other updates.